Hello everyone, this is Crota coming at you, giving you game 1 in a series between Yumiko and Elegant. Yumiko will be spawning as the blue human player, and because there are no observers, I will be taking off Fog of War. Please, Blizzard, if you guys ever watch my casts, please make it so that there doesn't have to be an observer in order to be able to see both players' point of view. Anyways, gonna go ahead and speed things up to the 8-minute mark because that's how things go in my videos as of late. Time-stressed parent trying to make the do with everything in his day. This is gonna be a human versus night elf matchup, as we see the Demon Hunter now making his rounds already. Archmage doing a quick job, gonna clear out this 5-3-3 creep camp, but those Null Assassins will be spreading that poison damage over time very effectively across multiple units. Meanwhile, the Demon Hunter coming across using the Ancient of War, and because of that Ancient of War's inability to be poisoned, that Ancient of War will be holding aggro. Demon Hunter will be slightly shy of level 2, as it is always true with 5-3-3 creep camps as things get underway. I was gonna say, if Yumiko left behind that circlet of nobility, I would be very, very upset. Now let's go ahead and take things around here as the Archmage is gonna clear up and take down this null creep camp, getting to level 2, grabbing Brilliance Aura as he always should. Meanwhile, the Demon Hunter needs to find an easy target to try and get to level 2. He perhaps thinks that Yumiko will be trying to get an expansion down here and call a bunch of militia over, but that doesn't seem to be the case. What is going on? He is actually towering his opponent. Yumiko now bringing in a sea of militia to put in pressure, and the Demon Hunter needs to catch this. He does spot with a wisp all of these militia coming over, and he must now know something is up. This is a big problem generally for Night Elf players when they realize that they are getting towered. There is not that much inside the space with that Ancient of War being built off to the side, as the footmen are now attempting to take down Moonwells. All right, let's go ahead and see what's going to be happening here. The lumber mill was completed. There's a detonation. Archmage is going to get detonated again. No, not detonated this time around. You can see damage being added up as there's another detonation. Easy kill on the water elemental to get to level 2 as the scout towers are coming up already. Footmen now trying to put pressure down onto those archers. Archers getting a bit of Moonwell drink right there to try and stay alive, as you see a lot of repairing underway. There goes one peasant there as an archer does shadow meld. Beautifully done so far as we are still fighting back and forth. Demon Hunter now going after the footmen here. Footmen now trying to sneak away as the footmen are going to be very low on hit points. Another Huntress now comes down. There's a water elemental. No detonations on the Archmage himself, making it very difficult to stop any of those Archmage from, or any of those water elementals from coming into play. That water elemental needs to focus onto those, either onto the Huntresses or onto the Demon Hunter, and it looks like an Ancient Protector was constructed in time, and that may be just enough. You can see that that guard tower about half-life already. It is not going to be completed, and what looked like a serious tower attempt has now come into an absolute bloodbath as the Huntress is really going after all of these militia, maybe able to get in a bit of easy kills here and take down one, if not two, peasants on their way back. All right, it looks like the Huntress is really hunting for the footman there. There was a wisp right there that could have taken and pathed it up, but did not do it. This one footman down to 29 hit points, and he looks like he will be able to escape back home. But the rest of these peasants here, not going to be so lucky. You can take a look. The peasants taking a lot of damage here as the footmen are now coming in for a little bit of a chase. There goes another peasant. There goes one more peasant again, as the damage is now starting to add up. All right, this Huntress needs to get away. Will be able to do exactly that. Meanwhile, Archmage looks like he's chasing down a Demon Hunter who is at level 2 and is going to regenerate a little bit of hit points, get away, and now try and run once more. Could have mana burned the Null Warden in order to aggro the creeps and then prevent the footmen from taking that much damage. Meanwhile, back over here, you can see that there is one Huntress really dangerously inside the base here. Could have gotten surrounded with militia pretty quickly, as the Archmage now going to aggro the creeps and do exactly what the Demon Hunter should have done earlier. All right, there is a lot of footmen on the field, and with the Huntresses, though, those footmen cannot really go toe-to-toe. Huntresses have more hit points, deal more damage, and have a bit of bounce, as we are now looking at the militia come in here at the 3 o'clock location. This is going to be that standard attempt. Oh, aggroing the creeps just a little bit prematurely, getting off a detonation. And now the militia trying to clear up this creep camp. Off over here, you see double ancient protectors coming in from Elegant. Elegant going to really shut things down here in just a bit, as there's a mana burn coming in. Huntresses getting in some easy damage. Militia are going to be falling, and you can see that damage, how quickly it's going to rack up. Demon Hunter now up to level 3. Level 2 mana burn. Water Elemental gets taken down. A second Water Elemental going to get taken down as well, meaning no more piercing damage on those hunts. The hunts are going to have a very, very easy time finishing up some of these footmen, as the low hit point footmen are already in the back. Elegant is in a very good spot, as the Ent Walk will be coming into play in just a moment. All right, Huntresses need to back into position here. You can take a look. Archmage does not have enough for another Demon Hunt or another Water Elemental, as the Huntresses now need to back off. Demon Hunter, where are they going to be going? Low hit point Huntress needs to back off here, and there you have it. The Ancient Protectors are off over here, and they are spotted. Oh, huge spotting already, as we can see that this is going to turn into a little bit of a weird battle. The Ents need to make their way over. The Ancients need to make their way over. Huntress is now running off to the north. The Militia getting all called back down. Now going to start to build an Arcane Vault, as those Ents really need to move. Oh, they're gonna eat their way into the tree line here and then root themselves. That is an awesome strategy, and it is going to be very difficult for them to get taken out. On top of that, the fortified armor is going to help in this exchange, except for the fact that the guard towers are going to get in position relatively quickly. All right, let's take a look at this. Elegant eating his way into the trees, and this has been an absolute gem of a game so far. Huntresses need to back off here, and we can see, oh, somehow Richard's Ancient Protector is currently spotted. No longer. How is it not? How was it spotted? I'm not quite sure what's going on here. As you can see, the Ents are now going to be rooting themselves here in just a moment. Oh, it is spotted somehow. This is a weird line of sight issue. You can take a look. They are now rooted into position, and now here is the battle. The Ancient Protectors just launching these boulders at that guard tower, and that guard tower is going to be taking a bit of damage. Ancient Protector was eating trees to get into there, and that is the reason why it is currently still regenerating hit points. All right, the damage is starting to add up. Is that guard tower going to be knocked down? It doesn't look like it, though, as the Archmage needs to come into position here. All right, if the Huntresses can just add in a little bit of extra damage onto that guard tower will go down. All right, here we go. Here comes that damage. It looks like that guard tower holding steady at about 100 hit points. Demon Hunter now in position here. Is he going to be able to back off Huntress? Oh, now the guard towers. What's happening here, as one Ancient Protector will get taken down by those piercing damage arrows. Oh, switching targets. What is this? All of a sudden switching targets as the Demon Hunter falls at level 3. All right, the guard towers decide to switch targets here, and now the Ancient Protector here is taking a bit more damage. Not quite sure. Perhaps he ate one too many trees, and that actually revealed the Ancient Protector. That was a bit of a misplay there. The Demon Hunter now back in the game, as we can see that the peasants are trying really desperately to heal back up and build this town hall. All right, Town Hall down over here, or sorry, Demon Hunter down over here, going to clear up this Null Ward and Creep Camp. No easy way to take down the Drake, though, and this is going to be a definite problem. That Demon Hunter absorbing a lot more damage than he would really like. And now what's going to be happening here? Demon Hunter needs to dance around. It looks like the Demon Hunter attacked one of his own hunts to lose aggro, and now he's going to be able to sit here, regenerate a little bit more hit points. Ancient Protectors here were taken out. There they go. Yumiko does have a good amount of gold still, sitting at 131, sitting at level 3, and it looks like he's ready to put down the pressure. But little does he know that his opponent was hiding at the Fountain of Health and will be coming back in right here. All right, here you go. Here is now the guard tower. The guard tower taking a lot of damage. You can see all the hunts just rushing forward to try and take this down. All right, Huntress number 1, the leading Huntress, will get taken down, and it looks like it will get taken down without a problem. All right, guard tower number 2. The footmen are all right here, but I think Elegant is really just overextending himself, and this is going to be a definite problem. Demon Hunter now sitting at level 4, needs to back off. Scroll of Town Portal being used, and all he really took down was perhaps 2 peasants and a guard tower. He did force his opponent away from his base, though, as we're looking at a 43/54 supply against Elegant's 32. I guess a little bit of a momentum victory for Elegant. Since he was a little bit behind in terms of overall supply, he was still able to come out ahead. Panda Panda, what is he doing? Panda now making his way in here to try and blow down all of these footmen and the Archmage. Or we may see another mana burn. Yes, another mana burn onto a lower mana Archmage, and this is going to continue to be a problem. Now, taking a step back here, we're looking at the expansion and the economic advantage that Yumiko currently is holding. The problem is going to be whether or not Yumiko notices this Tree of Life, and it looks like he will. He expects that his opponent is trying to set up an expansion, and rightfully so. All right, meanwhile, back over here, Demon Hunter going up, and a solo Demon Hunter trying to put in pressure. There you can see Staff of Teleportation coming in. Panda now attempting to clear up some of these footmen. There was another mana burn onto the Archmage, and the Archmage has constantly been without enough mana to try and clear out, or try and drop water elementals to clear out those buildings. We are looking at a tech to tier 2 finally, but it will be quite some time before we see a Mountain King as that hero. Scout towers have been completed. Once there are 4 scout towers here, the Huntress strategy of Elegant is not going to work. There's simply going to be too much piercing damage as, wow, a beautiful play there. However, the Footman does end up running back. All right, is the Demon Hunter going to be able to get enough damage on all of these units here? And it looks like the Footman, wow, I am so sorry. Let me fix that. I haven't done that in a long time. All right, so some of you guys who know that I actually record this in windowed mode to keep the 1000... There we go. Back there is now it is back to 1024 over 768. Yeah, that really looked really weird. Anyways, Demon Hunter now coming back in, gonna go after these footmen. The footmen look like they were just on hold position, not really doing anything else. The Demon Hunter trying to sneak forward, and it looks like he will be able to get some damage there. And oh, is he gonna be able to take down that footman? It looks like one more hit will do it. And the Demon Hunter, if he can get to level 5, would be a very big threat. That constant mana burn really taking its toll onto the Archmage. We've seen about 300 to 400 mana burned off him already. And that is a lot of water elementals. All right, you cannot trust the minimap. There is nothing down over here, even though it says there are buildings. There goes another footman here. As I'm wondering whether or not me resizing the window actually bugged out the game. It looks like Yumiko all of a sudden losing footmen a lot more needlessly than he should. Sitting at 44 over 60 supply. Let's go ahead and take a look down over here. Huntresses are making their way over. Panda now making its way down as well. Doesn't have mana though, as we are finally seeing this Tree of Life making its way to this expansion location here. All right, Archmage. What is that Archmage going to do? Archmage picks up a double Scrolls of Healing to try and counteract that Breath of Fire. And now here we go, Footman, or Demon Hunter tanking a lot of damage. Panda, oh, getting the Arcane burned by that one Arcane Tower off to the north. I don't believe Elegant knew that was there, and that was the big issue. A Breath of Fire would have been in a very, very important part of that strategy here, as now the farm with that fortified armor taking reduced damage from the Demon Hunter and Panda will just be repaired in time. Huntress needs to be very careful. Dryads now being brought over. Panda now sitting at level 2, but without enough mana for Breath of Fire, not going to be able to do very much still. Down over here, Huntress is shadow melded next to that red dragon right there, or the red drake right there, making sure that he can still heal up significant amount of hit points. All right, if we can get 2 to 3 Drakes and then position that the Dryad in a way where the Dryad is next to the Fountain of Health while the Drake is not, perhaps that creep camp can be cleared, but it is still going to be quite some time. Archmage is currently using a Potion of Invisibility here, and this is interesting, that Potion of Invisibility preventing the Tree of Life from being able... Oh, there's the Dust of Appearance, there's a mana burn, and all of a sudden the Archmage taking damage needs to run for his life. This is not looking good at all. All right, Archmage now running for the hills, as the Tree of Life will be entangling that gold mine. Mountain King may come over. Mountain King does have some ivory towers, and the Mountain King going to be playing this very, very defensive game, getting up a lot more towers and also keeping up a flying machine. Not quite sure why we're seeing flying machines and even the rifleman upgrades. All right, more black powder being upgraded. So I guess he's expecting to go a lot of flying machines, which doesn't make a lot of sense except for perhaps to try and counteract the fairy dragons, which we have not seen yet. Demon Hunter in a lot of trouble. Dispel Magic getting slowed again. Demon Hunter may be forced to try and use a Scroll of Town Portal, but doesn't have it. Constantly being slowed. Scroll of Healing trying to stay alive, and this is just not looking good for him at all. Mountain King getting plenty of damage. No more Abolish Magic here as the Demon Hunter going to be falling at level 4. There it goes. Mountain King still shy of level 2, but a big blow dealt as the Demon Hunter falls. That Demon Hunter resurrection is going to take quite a bit of time. Druid of the Claws are already at mastery training. Perhaps we will be looking at the Demon Hunter being resurrected at the tavern and then taking a quick rejuvenation from the Druid of the Claw there. There's a rejuvenation onto double Huntresses to try and keep this army alive. Meanwhile, Demon Hunter still not being resurrected. Not quite sure why, as this Ogre Magi will be falling here, giving level 3 to the Panda. And with a potion of greater mana, he is actually in a very good spot to try and blow down all of those units. Mortar combat on the way, as the mortar teams are going to be absolutely destroying this Tree of Life here in just a second. And we do not see that much gold here, but wait, we may see a bit of units in transition. All right, that's exactly it. One mortar team, one rifleman, peasants all falling here, and now the Panda getting in a lot of easy damage here. Massive guard towers are in position to try and stop this Tree of Life, and that's going to be exactly the situation. Elegant realizing it's not worth saving, and if we keep on getting more mortar teams... No, the mortar teams are not trying to make their way out. And more units would have fallen to the Panda and these units here. All right. Damage being dealt. This could be an accidental splash damage onto some of those footmen. Footman down to 11 hit points, but does barely survive, as we're looking at where that Demon Hunter is. Demon Hunter about 60% of the way out. These arcane towers will finish being upgraded, as you see. Oh, invisibility. Beautiful use of invisibility to try and save these units. All right, is the Dust of Appearance going to come into play? Breath of Fire catches a handful of one sorceress there, as the units are now backing off. Guard tower, massive number of guard towers and arcane towers here, preventing the chase, and a beautiful use right there, as the Demon Hunter should be resurrected momentarily, and I believe he still has a charge of Dust of Appearance. Panda sitting at level 4 without mana now, unable to use Breath of Fire onto all of these guard towers, may have to try and clear out this Ogre Lord creep camp at the 6 o'clock position. That's the only way he can get the economic advantage going for him, but he has been forcing Yumiko to spend gold in locations that he normally wouldn't spend. You can see a lot of this stationary defense here, the guard towers here, which are not going to be that helpful later on. Now you see Elegant clearing out this Ogre Lord creep camp, and if he's able to clear out this Cloak of Flames, that should be given to the Demon Hunter, who is often in the fray right there. And with Immolation on that Demon Hunter, he can do a lot of damage if he runs into all of the sorcerers that are in the back line. All right, let's take a look. Archmage is sitting at level 4 now. Demon Hunter sitting at 4, maybe able to get to 5. Panda sitting at 4, get very close to 5 as well, as the Breath of Fire and Immolation is going to be the saving graces for Elegant if he can get back into this game. All right, a massive army now making its way down south. Let's see, take a look to the north. See is that there is nothing there, but he is severely out of position. Elegant having to make the run all the way back down, doesn't have enough gold for a Scroll of Town Portal, and the Demon Hunter perhaps hoping to clear out some of the back units here. All right, this Tree of Eternity is going to get shell-shocked in just a moment. There is currently 3, maybe 4, 3 mortar teams as in comes the units. All right, Demon Hunter currently stunned. There's a mana burn onto the Mountain King. Mountain King anti-magic shell, as the Demon Hunter with Immolation and anti-magic shell is going to be very difficult to take down. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire now coming in. Invisibility onto the Immolation, onto the mortar teams, but it doesn't really matter. Breath of Fire coming in as we see more units coming down. Demon Hunter now finally gets to level 5, as that Scroll of Town Portal was forced by Elegant, And that was a really good play by Elegant there. Yumiko did deal a fair bit of damage, but didn't take down the Tree of Eternity. It doesn't matter, though, as the main gold mine is pretty much mined out. If we can get some more free and easy kills, that is going to be a very, very good point for Elegant. But Elegant currently only standing on only standing on the gold and the units that he has. All right, Demon Hunter now making its way off to the north. Panda going to get up to level 5 here. And he does have that. No, he already used his potion of greater mana, so he is going to be in a little bit of hurt here. Panda now at level 5. Demon Hunter now at 5. The items on the Panda or the Demon Hunter are significantly better, as we see a second Immolation Cloak. All right, Immolation should be given to the Panda, I believe, or is he going to sell it for the gold? That would make a lot of sense, as we now see Shell Shocking into Elegant's base. Or somehow Yumiko just heading back home quickly, comes back in. Are we gonna come on, at least transfer the Immolation to that other unit there, or should have at least taken out that sheep? All right, here we go. Demon Hunter now coming in. Immolation, Cloak of Flames does not stack, and it looks like, yes, it is just gonna be mass teleport once more. This strategy actually very similar to mass teleport at level 6, because of the extra gold coming in from Elegant. Yumiko's extra gold mine. He is able to just burn through Scrolls of Town Portal like they are made of paper. Well, they are made of paper, literally. So yes, he's burning through Scrolls of Town Portal like they're free. You see now the Archmage is going to be coming back down once more, and if Yumiko just constantly does this strategy, he is fine. You can see the Footman down over here. Oh, now scouting in position. You can see the mortar teams actually just absolutely destroying some of these bears here, as the bears need to turn around. There is a Stormbolt onto the Huntress. The Huntress going to get caught in a little bit of a sticky situation, as the Immolation, or Demon Hunter now with Potion of Lesser Invulnerability, going to try and run in. I don't know if I quite agree with that. That Panda could have really benefited from Immolation as well. As you can see, that low hit point Footman, or that invisible Footman, still causing a bit of problems. All right, let's take a look at this. Another workshop now being placed down. Double gold mine versus single gold mine. And we are looking at whether or not the Dryads can really make any bit of play here. You can see the Demon Hunter absorbing a bit of damage there, as the Panda also absorbing damage, perhaps wondering how he's actually been given sight. You can see there are flares and reveals all over the map. Arcane Tower is now able to reveal, causing a bit of problems as well. All right, Panda needs to get into position. You can see Water Elemental is being dropped. And what is going to be going down here? All right, Demon Hunter gets a mana burn off on the Mountain King. Mountain King losing a significant bit of mana, but still okay because of that Robe of Magi. So far, the Mortar teams and the Priest able to take down one of those Druids of the Claw, getting them very, very low on hit points, as the Dryads get in some easy damage on some of those Priests. Priests taking a bit of piercing damage, but now healed, invisible, and will be able to heal back up. Archmage sitting on Brilliance Aura level 2, funding this entire magic show, so to speak, as the Priest and the Sorceress constantly casting slow and invisibility. Elegant now trying to snake in and sneak in an additional expansion at the 12 o'clock location, and that is extremely dangerous. The positioning is just in such a way where the Flying Machine should be able to spot this here in just a moment. I think he's going to wait until you see the Tree of Life here and then try and destroy it, as that would make the most amount of sense. All right, down over here you can see Huntress just getting in some easy damage here. Refined Gunpowder in position. Slow now cast down over here. Mountain King gets another Stormbolt off on the Druid of the Claw, but not really much going down at all, as we're looking at an invisible or a Water Elemental, which may end up getting taken out, yes, with Abolish Magic. Double Footman here causing a bit of an issue still, as this Tree of Life still trying to get up and operational. I wonder if there's even a Dust of Appearance charge on the Panda. That is absolutely hilarious. The fact that this Panda could just easily take out these Footmen if in fact they knew where exactly they were. All right, another mana burn onto the Mountain King. Mountain King unable to get off a Stormbolt, a constant abolish magic to try and remove. As here we go. Here is the upcoming battle. Mountain King unable to really do very much. There's a Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire. Sorceress now with Mastery training, which means that we may start seeing Polymorph. All right, Polymorph going to become a big problem in this upcoming fight if all of the bears get polymorphed. Now, you got to be careful, though. The Dryads do have abolish magic, so you need to continue to try and just waste all of that abolish magic from slow, and then after the slow is all dissipated, then start polymorphing. Mountain King does have a good bit of mana, should be able to Stormbolt. Yes, the Huntress, it is going to get taken down, as Yumiko is sitting at a near maximum supply army. Paladin now being added as that third hero, doesn't pick up a Staff of Preservation. Big surprise there, as the Archmage already has one. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at what's going down. Dryads with a whole bunch of hit points. Paladin trying to join in on this trifecta army of the humans. And this is just not looking good at all. All right, what's going to be happening? There's a Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire, Sorceress getting caught in the back. Dust of Appearance doesn't really catch anything as the Paladin does come in with a Holy Light. Mortar teams absolutely destroying some of those Dryads, as you can see them just getting absolutely splattered. Mountain King gets off a nice Stormbolt here as we're still fighting away. Dryads trying to get in position, trying to close in on that zero distance there. And even though this is a very, very decent sized army, I don't think Elegant will be able to take it. Yumiko just has too big of an army, too much of an economic advantage, and I think that is going to be it, as back over here, there is the game. Yes, the resource score showing the big difference there, even though Elegant had a much larger score overall in terms of heroes. You can take a look at the amount of gold mined, and that was really the difference. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed game 1. Please stay tuned for game number 2.